Hello, Mary. I thought somebody might do that, and I heard it, and it could only be a few people, because so few people ever use the redeems. Yes, hello, afternoon, etc., etc. Today was just gonna be a quiet Stardew Valley day, because I've now realized that Saturdays are more quiet days for me, as opposed to weekdays. Yeah. Yeah, some days are just quiet days, but then I get in my own head thinking like, probably not the best to just have a totally silent stream. But on the other hand, it's just for me. Like I said, I just want to play Stardew Valley. So, I am. I'm just glad you came after, like, I got a phone call. Yeah. Because, like, 2 minutes ago, I just got, like, a phone call. And it was a scam. I guess it was probably a scam. Because they told me that, like, I had a package waiting to be received. I did not have a package. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't know how people deal with scam calls all the time. Sure, you block the numbers, but then it's gonna be somebody else scam calling you. Well, yeah. I think it's pretty obvious because I'm not 60 years old like some people. Also, if someone calls my number, it's probably a scam and I don't even have to check. I know this because, like, nobody has my number. Hold on, like, the only people who have my number are, like, my mom and whoever my mom gave my number to. That's pretty much it. Oh, perfect. So to catch you up on what just happened, I just checked the weather news for the Stardew Valley day today, and it said the next day was gonna be rainy, which is perfect because I just upgraded my house, which means I can get married. And talking to Abigail now, I'm now at 10 hearts, which means I can absolutely get married, like, the very next day. So that's perfect timing. Yeah, marriage. Yeah, Abigail's my favorite. I probably told you that like, a bunch of times because you've asked me at least twice, and I think I've told you at least twice. Yeah, because her hair is purple. Okay, well that's one thing. Oh yeah, happens to the best of us. Because I used to have two cats. I'll tell you the story when you get back. Oh no, Linus is skinny dipping in the lake. I pick up that plum. So you convinced yourself that you were a cat, you gotta give me like one of those realistic meows, because I have not been convinced that you're a cat yet. At least not until you get your cat model. The Nickel Miri model. You know. Anyway, I was saying it happened to the best of us because I used to have 2 cats. That's because my sister used to live here and she had 2 cats. One of which she... Okay, it's a bit of a story. She got 2 cats originally, one of which she adopted behind my mom's back and has kept a secret for like 2 years. And then another one, and this is gonna sound really bad, but the other one, we impulse adopted. We literally impulse adopted a cat. And it worked fine for the most part. I think I have some pictures of the cats. I have one picture of the cat where it's like on my stove, like eating from a pot of pasta. I was pretty young at the time, so it didn't occur to me that maybe I should like stop the cat, and instead I just took a picture of the cat eating the pasta. I think I have a picture of that actually. I might like dig it up and put it in your Discord later if I remember. I probably have like a few, but I don't have the cats anymore because like my sister moved out and she took the cats with her. A little unfortunate, but I don't mind too much because it was nice being responsibility free and not having to look after an animal. Because I'll be honest, I don't think I could take care of a pet like alone. I'm trying to think of more cat stories. I don't think I have very many cat stories, except for one time when I was in middle school, we had this field trip, and we went to a cat village, which was pretty cool. I was hanging with this girl, and we found this like orange cat that was apparently named Garfield, which I think it's funny thinking back on now that the cat was named Garfield. If it were me today, like I would criticize like whoever named that cat. Yeah. It's like in middle school, we had this field trip where we went to like canoeing down a river. So it was like a canoeing focused field trip, not cats. But at the end of like the river, there was a cat village and we like stayed there for a while because that was the end. Yeah, but yeah, it was a cat village. Might have been a fishing village too, considering like the river and stuff. Should brought some food to the mines. You know, I'm just gonna go catch some food impromptu. Yes, it was a canoeing focused trip, and I had 3 people in my canoe, like just me and 2 other guys. The other guy, okay, one guy was like a canoeing camp expert. Like he went to this place called Canoeing Camp, and the other guy was not a canoeing expert. And I sat in the middle. I did absolutely nothing. Like what I did was like I berated those 2 guys for not rowing harder. That's what I did. This is a stonefish. This is even the one fish I can't consume. I was trying to catch food so I could eat it for energy. The guy in front, like the non-expert, he was like a really timid guy. And I remember one time, like, I was just spacing out and I was looking around, and I noticed the guy was paddling with the handle. He was holding the oar backwards, and how he didn't realize it is beyond me. Because I thought it was pretty common knowledge that you're supposed to paddle with, like, the paddle end and not the handle. I didn't really say much, but I just sort of let it happen. Yeah, I'm a great leader. I did absolutely nothing for like those 2 hours of canoeing. I just ordered them around and berated them. Because middle school is just a weird time, okay? Yeah, I think I definitely have like a couple middle school stories that I probably will not be telling on stream. They are safe for work. It's just I don't really want to like tell them on stream. Probably. If eventually I probably might. What else is there? I think one of my other friends who was in another canoe with a different group, they were like paired up with an idiot who like nearly tipped their canoe, which would have been pretty bad because my friend had their phone, and if their canoe had tipped, they would have like destroyed their phone in the water. The teachers told us not to bring our phones or any devices because if the boat tips, they're not gonna like pay for damages. Which I guess they were warned, but it'd be nice to have my friend's phone not destroyed. I got a hat. But I guess not have an option between the garbage hat and the Esquire hat. I'm thinking how much I want to expose myself my middle school days. Like most of these stories come from like the end of the year, like with the year-end field trips and stuff. Oh, I can tell you the story about how in middle school I was accused of terrorism. That's gotta be a fun story, right? An eagle makes fun of you for being a war criminal. Yeah, so the story about how I got accused of terrorism in middle school was because on the bus ride back after the trip, I sat on the back of the bus. What do you mean? What, you think I'm a war criminal? Do you think I suit the war criminal vibes? I mean, I don't know if I should be flattered, or... Yeah, I think I'm flattered. Yeah, so on the bus ride back... But I'm just weird, okay? There's probably a long story about how and why I'm like this. A lot of which is probably from middle school, actually, so... Probably makes a lot of sense. Anyway, on the bus trip back, I sat on the back of the bus because the front was, like, full. I think I was just probably, like, kicked out of, like, my original seat. Because on the bus ride there, like, I sat in the front. That's where I always sit. That's, like, my designated seat. But, like, when I was getting on the bus to go back, like, I was delayed a bit because I had to go to the washroom. And my seat was taken by, like, a teacher, no less. A teacher who knew, like, that was my spot, and I said to them, like, hey, I'm supposed to sit there, and you're in the way. And they told me, like, no, get to the back of the bus. So I don't think they liked me. Actually, I'm pretty sure they didn't like me, because I kind of freaked them out a lot. And I know that for a fact, I most certainly freaked them out a lot. Because I was a quiet kid. Take that as you will. A quiet kid who's like kind of freaky sometimes. because I had no idea how to socialize. So what I would do to my teachers was I would just like stand really close behind them, and it would like seriously freak them out. Everyone else thought it was funny, but my teachers were like really freaked out by it. And I guess karma, because they kicked me out of my seat and told me to go to the back of the bus. And if you've ever ridden a bus, you know that the most rowdy kids are at the back. And that doesn't suit me at all. So I just got paired up with the rowdiest kids. And what happened like partway through the bus was they let off a stink bomb. So one, like rowdy kids, two, they let off a stink bomb in the middle of the bus ride, and I had to sit with that the entire time. And then three, like when we got back to the school, like we were stopped from getting off the bus because the staff had to give us a talk about like who let off the stink bomb, because the bus driver thought like it was a gunshot, and like he considered pulling over, like driving off the road because he thought we were under attack by terrorists or something. And it was like a whole half-hour lecture, and like I was trying to get off, like, hey, like I've got to go, and they're like, no, you stay right where you are. This is like a federal crime. And I'm thinking like, this is middle school. I don't know what you want from us. So I sort of just had to sit there. As like, I got lectured about how to not be a terrorist. But on the bright side, I know how to not be a terrorist. So that's cool. Will I ever use that knowledge? I don't know. Maybe. Might be useful knowledge. Friend hit it with a roll of newspaper. I feel like here, like, you wouldn't have gotten in trouble for that, because, like, that sounds like nothing compared to the things that, like, happened at, like, my school and, like, happened on the bus. Although, the schools and high school I went to was, like, considered the ghetto. What they call, like, ghetto gangster kids and stuff. I probably room for a star drop. What did I say my favorite thing was again? I'm about to find out. That's lots of... Oh, Silk Song. Right. Like, okay, I'm not that down bad, okay? Like, I was that down bad in my first ever playthrough. Which is another story. Because, okay, in the beginning... Well, it's pretty late, I should probably head back home now. Oh. I'm just climbing... Okay. Never mind, hard event time. Okay, so in the beginning of Stardew Valley, there's this thing where if you married someone, you would technically ruin their life. I didn't mean to skip a dialogue. I just want to read this dialogue first, because I can't do my wife dirty like that. I'm not gonna narrate it, unless... No, I'm not gonna narrate it. Even if I was gonna narrate it, it's a bit late now. I mean, I'm literally gonna propose to her, like, tomorrow, the very next day. I really speedran this marriage. Could you imagine if it was like 1:50 a.m. Like I was on the brink of like dying because it's too late? I'm glad this isn't multiplayer, because if it was multiplayer, time would not have paused, and I would have probably just died on the spot. But anyway, in the early days of Stardew Valley, you would ruin somebody's life by marrying them. And what I mean by that is, when you marry them, they would just stay in your house forever and not move. Like, they wouldn't go outside or anything. Their whole schedule would be, like, ruined. Like, enslaved in your house. And for whatever reason, a lot of people, like, kind of were really saddened by that, including me. Like, I was so sad when I realized I ruined my wife's life by marrying her. And I'm probably going to have that realization again in real life, eventually. This is gonna sound really weird, but I cried in my bathroom about it because I was so sad that my fictional wife was stuck in my house. But that's how you know it's a good game. It's a good game because it made me cry in my bathroom at night. I mean, maybe. Put this in the dresser. It's perfect. I could just go buy the proposal thing right now. Anyway, earlier today, I saw a thing on Twitter saying like how every VTuber has somebody accusing them of being cute, and like they always deny it. And I thought to myself, no, that would never happen to me. And if you're the one doing that, I guess that means I've technically made it. If you're accusing me of that now, technically. Anyway, originally I was talking about my middle school experiences and how I was held back on the bus for terrorism. And it was significant to me because, like, that was the last day of school, and everyone was supposed to, like, spend the last, like, hour or so, like, talking to their friends and exchanging info. And I was being held back. Like, if I got held back, like, another 2 or 3 minutes, I would not have exchanged info with any of my friends, and I would have just lost contact with them immediately. Which thankfully didn't happen because they gave me, like, 3 minutes, like 5 minutes to go talk to everyone before they left. Never to be seen again. It's a good thing I had extremely few friends, so there wasn't many people to catch up with. Now that I think about it, I think a lot of my school experiences were probably weird. Most of which are probably themed, but like really violently because I went to a lot of ghetto schools. Especially my high school. My high school is the most ghetto school of all. Like, okay, somebody, I don't know who, but someone in the high school made like a Twitter account for like fights that went on. It was called Name of the School Fights. And what would they do is they would just like find fights and record them, post them on Twitter. It was eventually shut down though because it's probably not a good idea to promote fights at like a public school, especially those kinds of fights. But it was pretty funny. I never saw any of them though, and I'm going to assume they were just quote unquote just fist fights because I know a lot of like those kids at my school were armed with knives, not guns, probably. Fun fact: I don't live in America. This probably makes it sound like I live in America with all these like ghetto like armed students and all that. Am I late? Perfect. And to propose to my soon-to-be wife. What was I gonna say again? Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's this little glitch, that exploit, that I hope still works. And it's one that let you get two mermaid pendants like at once. Because what you do is like you buy one, and then you propose to the person, and then you go buy another one. Because if you have one in your inventory, then he won't sell you another one. So what you do is you give it to the person, and then it's gone from the world, so he'll sell you another one. I hope that's still a thing. I think it's still a thing because why would you ever patch that out? It's just like a cute little thing to have. This is like a week after I sold their family like blueberries, and they always tell me like it was a rancid ass blueberry. I sold them like a stack of about 1,000 blueberries that were just sitting in the chest for like half a season. They paid full price for it though, so I'm not complaining. They sure are. Anyway, marry me. There's a joke to be made somewhere in there. There's a joke to be made about blue balls in there somewhere. I'm gonna let you make the joke for yourself because I can't quite put it together. Wait. Ah, I can just kiss her in front of her mom, which isn't that bad. Hey, what are your thoughts on me marrying your daughter? How funny it would be if I proposed to her daughter right in front of her, and then her mom tells me like, "Oh, hey, you got a new kitchen. You gonna do a lot of cooking," and then I tell her that no, I'm just gonna get your daughter to do it all. Unfortunately, that's not an option, but if it was, I'd pick it just for the meme. But yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of cooking. Yeah. Look, I even got a new dishwasher. It's your daughter. I sure won't need any help putting a load in that dishwasher. Alright, I gotta go buy another one. Yeah, I hope it still works, because I want to have two. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna go complain to the dev. It better work, because I didn't see anything about this in the patch notes. Yeah. I got two. Also, fun fact. There's dialogue if you try and marry like two people at once. So, yeah. If I tried to marry someone else, like they'll tell me that I just got engaged today. Which I guess word of mouth travels pretty fast in this town. I guess it is a pretty small town though, so it makes sense. Yeah. What was I saying again? Yeah, I was just talking about like my middle school days, which were probably the source of a lot of my weirdness. Actually, that is true, but I think a lot of my weirdness actually comes from a friend I had then. Well, that's my kitchen. what recipes do I have? Yep, I'm just gonna move this somewhere else. Alright. This is how you know I'm either a speedrunner or a psychopath. Because I put the bed right next to the front door. I'm at least one of those two things. Could you imagine just like sleeping right next to your front door? Surprisingly, no one's called me out on that yet. I'm surprised no one said that I'm a psychopath for putting my bed there. Well, no, you see, if someone broke in my house at night, like, I'd probably wake up. I'd probably wake up and then take, like, a minute to actually process what's going on. And then I'd whip his ass. I built up a compact. Nice. Okay, so you know the question about, like, for those people who sleep naked, what do they do if, like, someone breaks into their house? I feel like that can be an interesting question, but if that were to actually happen, I feel like being naked would be the least of your concerns. Like, just a thought. Like, I don't sleep naked, but if I did, I don't know if I really care. And this is probably because of a funny thing. So in my upstairs bathroom, I have a window, and my neighbor has a window right across from my bathroom window. So we both get a clear view into each other's rooms. Like, they can look into my bathroom, I can look into their room, and yes. There was one time where I looked out the window and my neighbor was watching porn. And from that day on, I just always kept the blinds closed. Like, I don't know if they know, but they probably know. Because, like, how could you live here for, like, all these years and not realize how unfortunate it is that your neighbor has a window right across from yours? Like, you hear about in anime where, like, two neighbors have a window right across from each other, and it's supposed to be this really cute and endearing thing, but in reality, like, it's sort of just a breach of privacy, and there's nothing you can do about it except close the blinds. Oh, strange bun. I think I'm special in the way, like, of how little I care about a lot of things. That's a fun fact. I'm living, like, that living room PC life. My PC is literally in a public space, not my room. So that means, like, I'm literally streaming out in the open and everyone can hear me. Which is one of the reasons why it's so, like, hard for me to commentate, just naturally. Because I'm literally out in the open. That's also one of the reasons why Saturdays are usually more quiet days for me. Because on Tuesdays and Fridays, I stream at a time where it's just me at home alone, usually. But on Saturdays, like, there are other people here. So I got used to it. I hate it, but I got used to it. Yeah. I never realized how loud I typed until I watched your perspective of the Lethal Company community night. I'd hear myself like on the terminal and I'd be typing away, and I had no idea my keyboard was that loud. Should probably do that again sometime because it was really fun. But unfortunately, I think in your poll for next next thing, your next poll, people are voting for Disco Elysium. I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of Disco Elysium. I should probably look into it because if it's that popular, then maybe it's pretty good. I did try something right. So maybe I have heard of it before. I think in a server of another VTuber I'm friends with, somebody recommended that they played, I think it was Disco Elysium, and it sounded interesting, but I didn't look into it because I didn't realize it was that popular. Although, I have been trying to get them to play Zero Escape because you said it was really great, and I watched you play it and it looked pretty great. I definitely want to watch them play the Somnium Files though, because I think that game is right up their alley, like perfectly. They mainly play story-based games and stuff, so I think they'd love it. There are a lot of games that I've been recommending to them, and hopefully they get around to them eventually. But I know like the backlog is pretty big. The whole reason they became the streamers so they could have an excuse to play all their games. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it. So like you recommend going to the Somnium Files first and then Zero Escape? Yeah, that sounds good. If it ever comes on the horizon, I'll be sure to let them know. Which I don't know when it'll happen. Because I know there are like a lot of games that they have on their radar. Also, I apologize if you hear any background noise, but that's just one of the side effects of my PC being where it is. And I cannot move my PC because it's too big, and my room is like too small. Okay, multiple reasons. My PC desk is too big. It wouldn't fit my room because I measured. My room is tiny. And the airflow of my room is awful. Like, it'll be pretty bad for my PC to be in there. Okay, good. Because, before, sometimes what would happen is my grandma would like come and try to talk to me, which is really unfortunate, because the situation with her is that she can't speak English, and she has dementia. So, yeah. Sometimes just weird things. I used to tweet about it in like frustration, because I want to like share it with somebody. She does a lot of weird things. Like put random food in the washroom. I think I tweeted about it one time. Like my mom brought home donuts because like her work had donuts and they had spares, so she brought like the rest of the box home. And I thought to myself like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat these at 2 a.m. and it's gonna be great. And I went down at 2 a.m. and they weren't there. And then in the morning, like, I went to the washroom and then I saw the donuts were there. Like, not just in the washroom, the donuts. Like, the perfect uneaten donuts were in the toilet. Like, in the toilet. The two donuts that I specifically wanted to eat were in the toilet. And I have no idea why. Yeah. So I thought that, wow, that's really unfortunate because I want to eat those donuts. I want to eat those two specific donuts that are now in the toilet. I have no idea. Yeah. And a while ago, I found like fries on my bathroom floor. I don't know why it's always the bathroom. Like, it feels like she's using the bathroom as like storage for food or something. Yeah. Like, it's probably dementia and like the brain being weird and causing you to do weird things. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for dropping the metal pipe, etc., etc. And sticking around for a bit. I'm looking forward to the Celeste stream tomorrow. Like, I definitely want to be there and watch you do like the World Tour. I hope you do. Like, because it doesn't jump scare me, it just tells you that you're there. You can try and jump scare me. You won't. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be sure to bully you in your server later. Just like, just like always. Just put some... Need a table. Need a table so I can put this thing on display somewhere. Oh, that's green sauce yet. Yeah, I think I must have. Considering it says that I did. I still can't believe those donuts. I want to eat those donuts so bad, and they were in the toilet the next day. Let's see. I guess I got some energy to spare, so maybe I'll clean up the farm a little bit. Is there anything to grow in my mushroom cave? Oh yeah, there's some stuff. I think they did nerf the mushroom cave a bit. Like, it used to produce mushrooms, like, daily. Like, every day, 6 mushrooms. But then it got nerfed to produce mushrooms every other day now. Which, it sounds bad, but it's really not that big of a deal because most people don't even check it anyway because it's so worthless. Like, it's not a good source of money. Like, money-wise, it is the better choice because fruit bats are so inconsistent and slow. Like, I checked the fruit bat cave after 1 week and there's like one fruit in there. One random fruit that I can get currently anyway. I touched my animals. I didn't touch my animals. Why is my cat all the way over here? The one thing I miss about having a small house is that my cat would always just lay on the bed right next to the door, which was really convenient. Very touching. That. I'm egg breasts. There is a world where... Oh, the bookseller's in town. It's blackberry season. Regular weather. My cranberries are ready. I'm not giving him his basket. How's my chickens? Oh, I forgot. Mira, you're probably gone, but I named one of the chickens after Eagle. So I thought it was fitting. I've got some ideas. Fun. Nice. So I think I'm pretty good for pretty on pace for reaching farming level 10, I think. In theory. Am I gonna reach farming level 10 like by year 1? Probably not, considering the jump from level 9 to 10. Because the jump from level 9 to 10 is halfway the journey to gain from level 1 to level 9 anyway. So, pretty slow. I suppose these will make pretty good food. It's in a pinch. Originally what I do is, like, I just, like, harvest the berries from the bushes and use those as, like, nourishment food. It's 2 blackberries per bush. Actually, it'll probably be better for me to use, like, the cranberries as food. Although, they probably would sell more. Sell better. I sold any blackberries. I don't think I have. I should sell one. Just like have it in the collection. I kind of wish the collections were a bit more consistent. And what I mean by that is I wish like just having an item would count as like it being in the collection. But no, if it's like a forageable or a crop, you have to ship it with the count. But if it's a fish, you only have to catch it. Which makes some sense because if you had to sell the legendary fish for an account, that would be a little disappointing. One thing I do think though is that I think the legendary fish should be renewable. Like maybe have them come back once a year or something. Because I don't really like the idea of having things be like quote unquote ruinable. Like if you sell the legendary fish, you're not getting another one ever. They're not farmable, they're not like they don't respawn. You can make specific bait out of legendary fish though, which is purely for show because you can't actually catch more than one legendary fish. Contrary to what the game may have you believe. No berries over there yet. I should visit my wife today. I should probably visit my wife every day. Probably. Oh, the bookseller's here also. Bok choy. I have one. Yeah. I don't think I'm growing one actually. But she's still okay. So in the 1.6 update, they added a lot more dialogue and stuff. So I have to wonder, does Abigail still get mad if you look in like her drawers? in real life, that makes sense. However, this is a fantasy game, for one. Two, there's just a sword in there, which I would think she would probably trust, like, her fiance about it. I think they should probably, like, change that, maybe. Buy books. Bait and bobber. I could have bought Way of the Wind Part 2. Well, I say I could have, but probably not, actually, because it's pretty expensive. I don't want any of these. What if I trade them in? Cave Jelly for Jewels of the Sea. I would take that deal, except I don't have a Jewels of the Sea, unfortunately. I hate to see it. Actually, what was I gonna do? Oh, there's the star drop counter. I wonder what this thing was for. Actually, I wonder what this thing's for. If I had to guess, maybe this thing is like the mastery bar to get there. I can't hug my wife while she's on the move. Unrealistic. What happened to, like, surprise ambush hugs? About 1,000 pieces of stone in a... That's probably gonna be a tall order. Let me see. I could probably just cheese that by buying all the stone. However, that would also be paying Robin like 20,000 gold. Although, I should probably do that like year one while the stone is still cheap. I mean, I'm not going to do the other one, so I might as well take this one. Let's see. I should really like buy the Joja bundle like soon. I started this run originally, like, fully intending to go Joja route, and I've not bought it yet. Yeah, it's gonna cost 20,000 gold. I could probably do that as a last resort. See, I'm pretty sure I got the... Yeah, I got today's 12 hardwood. Okay, so my goal here is to get to floor 115. What's in here again? Dive. Well, it is an improvement. I do like me some white shoes. Perfect for playing Ultimate Frisbee in. So, apparently it's a pretty common joke that Ultimate Frisbee is associated with being white, but I don't really know why. I never made the connection myself. I don't know why it's associated with that. Because I thought just like sports are sports, regardless of who plays them. Except esports, those are for gamers only. probably should have cleared out my inventory. I probably should sell this, because I do not need to. The good stones here. Okay, so I want stone. I should probably go through the gray rocks. Because I can break them on one hit and they drop like 2 to 3 stone per. That. So it's good value. So, what I would like is a staircase so I can go back to an easier floor with less risk. And considering I'm 1 floor up, it's not gonna give it to me, is it? Oh, there it is. Looking good. Okay. I need to go to 415. I might as well get some copper while I'm at it. Why did I bring all my cranberries to the mines? Why did I just put them away? Another reason why I want for the gray rocks is because they actually give you mining XP for picking them. The other rocks don't give you any experience, like by default. If a normal rock doesn't drop anything, it gives you no experience. Just gonna throw this thing away. I don't need it. The bombs I can probably get rid of too. So that wipe's gonna give me a few bombs, because she's the bomb. I made that joke when I played with Lunar Zix, like, because I put a bunch of like tables around the town square, and I put bombs on them, because she's the bomb. But also, she literally gives you bombs as a gift. So, I'm not wrong. Let me check something. Okay. Just to check something. I just wanted to check my Discord in case my presence is requested. Which it usually isn't, but it'd be a lot cooler if it was. Nice to be wanted, but not for a crime. I know what that feels like. Stone looking. Good base. I'll definitely make it like this. I could find any big rocks too. That'd be nice. This reminds me of when I played on the Nintendo Wii. I think it was Harvest Moon Magical Melody. Which I thought I would like because at the time I was really a fan of Harvest Moon style games with farming and stuff. But I had a lot of complaints about Magical Melody. The main one being that storage. storage was a major problem. Because items did not stack. If you had 2 of one item, it would take up 2 slots. And then like you bought like a shelf for your home so you could store items. And that shelf had 18 slots. And items didn't stack. It was really jarring, like when I came from Harvest Moon, More Friends in Mineral Town. Because you buy the shelf in that game, and it's like, what was it? How many pages did it have? It was like 54 pages, and each page had like 8 slots. 54, and items stacked 99. So storage space was pretty much infinite in that game. Slots. Modern Harvest Moon style games could never. So there was also a time when I played My Time at Portia. Because it was free for a time, so I grabbed it and I played it for a bit. My favorite thing about My Time at Portia is the mining. I really like the way they did mining. It's just like a big open cave with a fully destructible environment. Like if you hit the floor, then like it makes a dent in the floor. That was my favorite thing about it. It was also made or published by the same people who made this game called Planet Explorers. And in Planet Explorers there was a similar terrain destruction mechanic. Like it made mining really slow because like you would quite literally mine away one dent at a time. But it was satisfying. How's my animals doing? My animals still love me even though I don't touch them anymore. It's good practice for when I get married. I put the combat boots away in the indoor treasure chest. We'll smell the copper ore too. I can put the coal away too, and all the cranberries. Sell the aged super cucumber row. And chop down all these trees. Like, I do not want these trees here. This is not where my boss farm is. I think there is a point in the game where I'm gonna need a lot of sap. Maybe I'll keep the coals just so I can spell my stuff faster. Okay, maybe what I'll do instead is I'll cut my grass. Because I'm still trying to get, like, a full field of bluegrass. Look at all this regular grass. Alright, so I can probably put some iron or gold on and have that smelt overnight. Let's see. I have a ton of iron and gold, so it would probably be a good idea for me to do that. I need iron. That's my cat. Wait, I can make a keg. Wait, no, I can't. I don't have the oak resin because I've never made any toppers. Never mind. You know, for attempting to have a really calculated run. Wedding yet? I'm not wedding yet. I'm waiting all day tomorrow. Okay, so as I was saying, we're trying to have a really calculated and well thought out run. I sure missed a lot of points. Like, no tappers, no oak resin, I can't make kegs. So I'm technically really unprepared for like all this. Hoppers, and next week is the Stardew Valley Fair. So I better bring some top dollar stuff. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna bring. Probably gonna bring my super cucumber for the fish category, and then bring the smoked, as I like to call it, stoked smoked fish for the artisan good category. It's gotta be something with an iridium star though, something starred. Or not, for forage. For forage, I'm gonna bring the gold star purple mushroom. And I need 9 items. No, I'm probably overthinking. It's really easy to get first place in Stardew Valley Fair, especially since they added iridium star quality. My chickens eat the fodder. Oh, not gonna keep all this stuff. I take out all the food so I can cut more grass. I should probably get rid of this fence like gate because that's not being used at all. See, yep, put it in here. And put the hay in there. Fine. Put eggs away. I might as well pick the rest of the blackberries when I see them. Maybe I should like hold on to my watering can and water the pet bowl. Because it would be nice to have max friendship with my cat. 1, so I can get financial gain from it. 2, because I can get more pets. That will give me financial gain in the future. I wonder what they give you though, because I read in the patch notes that if your pets like you enough, they give you gifts. So I wonder what it could be. It's probably simple stuff, like maybe some cheap fish or something. Or maybe +1 point in Grandpa's evaluation. That's probably a thing too. I gotta go get that blackberry bush too. Leave none unharvested. Unfortunate. 7. So I think pretty soon I'm gonna be due for level 8 foraging. It's been pretty slow going so far. I'm probably not reaching level 10 this year. Probably. Although, if there is time to like farm it up, it's gonna be in the winter. When there's nothing to farm except winter forage. They did unfortunately nerf like growing your own forage. They nerfed it a lot. But it should still be possible. It should be pretty nice dent. The skill progression. Wait. You can scythe the bushes and have it count? They really did buff the scythe. I thought they were a madman. I'm glad there's no berries down there, so I don't have to like go get them. Maybe I should have saved some blueberries to give to Lewis. Okay, one thing I kind of think is a bit tedious about trying to befriend everyone is having gifts in your pocket at all times. Because the next day is my wedding. Wait a minute. I remember now. Here's a scumbag. I was thinking like, oh, those are the blueberries I sold him. But wait, they're being sold they sold back to me at double the price. Then I remembered, Pierre does that. He does that if you sell like stuff directly to him. A penny never sits there. I should really just buy the JoJo membership soon, because I just need the minecarts, the fast travel. It's getting way too slow without it. Alright, I need to get a bunch of stone. That's what I'm gonna do. Must do. Yeah, I might do this day, and then like I might do my wedding day. Then I might call it. You know, I should put a chest in the mines because that's what a lot of people do. They just like those people who don't get their inventories and have it all clogged up in the mines. They just dump all the stuff there to pick up later. Which is smart. I should probably do that. I had the wood. I'm probably gonna have the wood like pretty soon. I think it's in the winter. It's either in the winter or the start of year 2 where you can get a wood chipper. I need to get rice seed because I need to fulfill the prophecy. Let's see. There's probably gonna be a minecart full of coal at the end of here. And there's a minecart, but it's not full of coal. I've never been more wrong in my life. What other quests there are? I know there's one for like killing rock crabs. I think that's one I got earlier for our red ticket. That's why I remembered it. It's a staircase. It's a spiral floor. Which I'm not gonna do. I'll use this bomb. But what if they added like more inventory? Like a bigger backpack? Like a tab is for storage. Another tab of backpack. Which I wouldn't put it past him to have that as a secret feature that I didn't hear about. But if it was a thing, I probably would have heard about it by now because I try to keep up with the latest news. Also got my mining level up. It should happen like over time because I just spend so much time in the mines anyway. At least in a typical playthrough of mine. But in this one, I think I spent a lot of time fishing. Like, I'm pretty sure fishing is hands down one of the fastest ways to make money without like a big setup. But the catch is you have to actually do it. You have to like sit down and actually fish all day, which I literally do, but there's not much that happens. It's just fun to watch me struggle to fish, which never happens. Considered switching to Lilo Company like last minute today because the V50 update released like minutes before I started streaming, so I thought about it. But no, not today. Might like do it again next week if I want. Like maybe I'll put it on Tuesday. I feel like I should have like something other than Stardew Valley, just for one day in the week. Or technically 2 next week because I'm gonna be doing content warning on Friday with Loon and 2 other people. It's a good thing I brought the food. But it is getting late, so I should probably head back like after this upper node. Only I had the minecarts, which technically I could get really easily. Like, because... Actually, maybe not, because this is the remix bundles. But in the non-remix bundles, the minecart bundle is really easy. Like, you can probably get that in like week 1 or something if you really wanted. And it's like the middle of fall. I don't have it yet. Should have worn a different hat. Just do this day. And then probably call it. I don't know if there's anybody ready to raid up today too. And the usual. Breaking stumps and then lines. Oh, I heard a slime, but I'm not gonna get it. Hey, the breakaway peeping. I haven't had pizza today. I'm gonna like warm pizza like after stream. Even though I kind of like did it before stream already. Just want that iron. I wear this like at all. Didn't think so. Cool if you could though. unmute now. Somebody was shuffling around the whole time, so I had to be. I was just thinking about like, who am I raid today? Since I should probably actually find somebody to raid. Probably. Probably. This is the quest that gives you the stone chest, right? Stone is a lot easier to come by than wood, so it might actually be a really good thing that I got this quest. I don't know what I'm seeing, I'm just running calculations in my head. I wish I had like a quest tracker for this too, so I don't have to like check every 5 seconds. Where did my blackberries go? Did I put away my blackberries? I think I did. So I have no food. Except this algae. I could also eat a super cucumber, but those are precious. Alright, so I'm gonna need like 2 of these. don't think I have a spare one of those. I don't even remember like what you traded in for. But I think it might have been worthwhile. There. I just want to embrace you, not sit on the chair. I should water the pet bowl. Wait. The pet bowl's a furniture item, right? I can move it, right? I can move it somewhere where it's way more convenient. So I actually water it. I can remember to do that next time. I'll sleep on it. Let it process overnight. Look for something to read now. I don't expect to see anyone on. Well, I don't see anyone, so I guess I won't be reading. Let's see. I should put a schedule out by Tuesday. But I'm thinking I might actually do something different next week, like on Tuesday. And next Friday, I think I'm set for a content warning collab. I'll get more details on that later. And on Saturday, we're all gonna be in Stardew Valley. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it. I got married today. That's nice.